When we speak of adoption, we're speaking of someone actually being brought into the family of God. Not only have their sins been taken away, and not only have they been declared righteous in God's sight, but they've actually been made a child of God. They have been adopted into the very family of God. And so just as any family, there are certain benefits that go along with that status. As children of the God of the universe, we are, in the first place, we have access to God. We can go into His presence with our needs and our concerns, with our hurts, at the very moment. We don't have to wait until there's a prescribed time that we can have audience with the King. We have that audience because we are children. But I think there's more than just access as well. There is a degree of acceptance, isn't there? There is a status that comes along with being a child of God. We're actually accepted in a way that others who don't have that privilege are not. They don't enjoy that same level of acceptance. And I think besides access and acceptance, there's also a degree of protection that comes along with that. Our families are the most important things to us, and we do everything we can to protect our children. And I think we have the same promises in the Scriptures, Romans 8:28, that God tells us He is working all things together for our good, for the good of all those who love Him and are called according to His purpose. He will not allow anything into our life except what is for our good. Samuel Rutherford, a man who I did my PhD on, had once said something like this. It's not a direct quote, but it was something along these lines, that when you and I get to heaven, we will look back over the course of our lives and we will see that if anything had happened to us in our life other than what did happen to us, we would never have arrived in heaven. We'd have backslidden. We'd have grown comfortable in our faith. Something would have happened to turn us away from the Lord, and we would never have continued walking in the faith. But God is committed to us, and He's committed to protecting us and making sure that you and I will be in heaven with Him. And so everything that comes into our lives, the good, the bad, and the ugly, God is using to make sure that as children, we are with Him for eternity.